The Bugatti name is legendary in the automotive world, synonymous with speed, luxury, and groundbreaking engineering. Today, when we hear Bugatti, we instantly think of the Chiron or the Veyron. But before those modern icons, there was another machine, a car that redefined what a supercar could be in the early 1990s. That car was the Bugatti EB110. This is the story of how the EB110 was born, its groundbreaking innovations, its triumphs and its struggles. A story of ambition, glory, and tragedy, one of the most fascinating chapters in Bugatti's long history. The Bugatti name had been dormant for decades. Ettore Bugatti, the founder, passed away in 1947, and by the 1950s, the brand had all but disappeared. But in the late 1980s, an Italian businessman named Romano Artioli decided to bring Bugatti back to life. He wanted to revive the brand as the ultimate symbol of performance and exclusivity. Artioli envisioned not just another fast car, but the world's most advanced supercar, a machine that would honor Ettore. Bugatti's legacy of pushing engineering boundaries. To achieve this dream, Artioli assembled a team of some of the best engineers and designers of the time. The project was based in Modena, Italy, right in the heart of the supercar world. One of the greatest automotive minds, Paolo Stanzani, who had worked on the Lamborghini Miura and Countach, was brought in. For the design, none other than Marcello Gandini, the genius behind the Lamborghini Countach and the Lancia Stratos, was asked to sketch the EB110. However, Artioli wanted a more elegant look than Gandini's aggressive design. So he turned to Giampaolo Benedini, an architect and designer, who refined the EB110's shape into the sleek and timeless look we know today. The result was a sharp, aerodynamic, yet surprisingly restrained supercar that stood apart from its wild Italian rivals. The EB110 was unveiled on September 15, 1991 in Paris on Ettore Bugatti's 110th birthday, hence the name EB110. The car was an engineering marvel, packed with innovations that were far ahead of its time. At its heart was a 3.5-liter quad-turbocharged V12 engine. Yes, 4 turbochargers in the early 90s. It produced 553 horsepower in the EB110 GT and a staggering 603 horsepower in the EB110 Supersport or SS. The car featured all-wheel drive, something almost unheard of in supercars of that era. The chassis was made entirely of carbon fiber, built by the aerospace company, Aerospatiale, making it one of the first production cars to use a full carbon fiber monocoque. It had a 6-speed manual transmission and could sprint from 0-60 mph in just 3.2 seconds. The top speed? Over 218 mph for the Supersport, making it one of the fastest cars in the world at the time. This wasn't just a car. It was a technological showcase, a glimpse into the future of hypercars. But all of this technology came at a price. Back in the early 1990s, the Bugatti EB110 GT cost around $350,000 to $400,000, while the more powerful Supersport version pushed close to $500,000. At the time, that made it one of the most expensive cars in the world, rivaling the Ferrari F40, the Porsche 959, and later the McLaren F1. When the EB110 launched, it entered a world dominated by these icons. Each of them had their own claim to fame. The F40 was raw and aggressive, the 959 was advanced and refined, and the F1 aimed to be the ultimate driver's car. But the EB110 was different. It combined all-wheel drive stability, insane turbocharged power, and luxury. It was perhaps the most complete package of them all. Even legendary racing driver Michael Schumacher bought an EB110 Supersport, bringing even more attention to the car. Despite its brilliance, the EB110 faced enormous challenges. The early 1990s saw a global recession, and the demand for ultra-expensive supercars plummeted. On top of that, Artioli had expanded Bugatti too quickly, even buying Lotus cars at one point. The financial strain became too much. By 1995, Bugatti Automobili S.p.A. went bankrupt. Production of the EB110 ended after only about 39 units were built, including both the GT and Supersport versions. It was a heartbreaking end to what could have been a golden era for Bugatti. Though short-lived, the EB110 left behind a powerful legacy. It showed the world that Bugatti could still build the most advanced cars on the planet. Its influence can even be seen in later Bugattis. When Volkswagen revived the brand in the late 1990s, the lessons learned from the EB110 helped pave the way for the Veyron, another car that redefined speed and technology. Today, the EB110 is a highly sought-after collector's item. Its rarity, its engineering brilliance, and its role in Bugatti's rebirth make it one of the most fascinating supercars ever made, and the value has skyrocketed. Some EB110 Super Sports have sold for over $3 million at auction, nearly 10 times what they cost when new, proving that the car is finally getting the respect it always deserved. The EB110 was more than just a car. It was a dream to bring back a legendary name, to push the boundaries of technology, and to show the world that Bugatti still stood for the absolute peak of performance. It may have been overshadowed by its rivals at the time, but history has been kind to the EB110. Today, it is celebrated as one of the greatest supercars of the 1990s. The EB110 reminds us that even when dreams fail, they can inspire something even greater. Without it, there may never have been a Veyron or a Chiron. And so, the EB110 remains a symbol of vision, courage, and the pursuit of the impossible.